Hey everyone, hopefully you're having a good day. My name's Andy. My channel is Finding Value. Today we're going to go over our daily technical analysis update of gold and silver. I'll hit the dollar, the 10-year yield, the precious metals, and then the companies themselves in this update. Again, it's just my financial opinion. Please don't use it as advice. But hopefully it'll get you a little bit better. Hopefully it'll give you another opinion on what the market's doing, and I'll give you that opinion. So here we go. We'll dive in. I'm starting with the dollar. The US dollar increasing in strength. The dollar is getting stronger against other currencies. We got a lot of inflation worldwide. And right now, with things being uneasy, people are running to the dollar, not away from the dollar. And that makes sense. It's the reserve currency. It's safety. It stands for a lot of things. And we've got a lot of uncertainty in the world with war and whatnot. So that makes sense. And I do think we're coming back to do a retest here, and we'll see what happens when we get there. If it holds and comes back down, or if we break through it into a more longer-term dollar strength environment. The 10-year yield, it's up 1.57%, so it gapped up, but was down throughout the day, but still was an up day. Lot to say there. Momentum is kind of coming down a teeny bit. But I think we're finding and settling in on a interest rate around 1.75%-ish. So it looks like we're slowing that momentum, and we're probably going to get a bounce to the upside at some point. Looking at gold itself, good strong day today, up $27. Gold's broken clearly through the 1900 mark. We got our eyes set on a $2,000 close. We've got the high here. It's a little over 200, about 2070 or so. That's what our next target is. We'll see if we can break that. It looks like we already cleared the 1950 mark. So everything's looking good. Maybe we can get up there. Maybe we do a little cup and handle-ish type pattern. We'll see. Silver didn't fare as well as gold. A little bit of a selling pressure day. We call it a little bit of a bloody nose. It was looking like it was on fire in the beginning of the morning. Lots of volatility today. I saw lots of volatility just across all the sectors in commodities. So a little bloody nose. That's what this guy is right here. It's a tall guy with a little down day. It's usually a continuation pattern like this one is here. These two little down days. We might see some sideways action before we head higher, or we might just head higher. Either way, I don't think we're just going to see a blowout to the downside. We'll see. I mean, we've got nice, good support right underneath it at about 25.30. So everything's looking good there. Platinum was down $4. Another kind of bloody nose. It was off to the races this morning. But man, sure, it got me on the head fake, guys. I thought we were running. I thought the baton was passed in this 4x100 meter relay, and Platinum had the baton and was running. But I think we're going to be okay. Might have a couple down days or sideways movement before heading back up, but it's not a blowout down day or anything. It's just a little bloody nose. Usually it's a continuation pattern. We do have a wick at the top, which means we traded up. Momentum brought us back down, and the momentum is coming back down a little bit. So again, we'll see where we go. The XAU to gold ratio, we were up a teeny bit. Nothing really, I mean, I'm not like excited about a small little day with a teeny bit of momentum coming to the downside, but we are moving on higher. Things still look decent. Looking at Karora Resources. Karora Resources is taken off. This thing's on breakout mode. I've been talking on the channel about this one for a little while. Long-term break of this guy here. It is kind of a double booty bottom. It's breaking to the upside. This is where it likes to run. The cheetah is released to the wild. It is running. Would I chase it up here? I don't know. There's a lot of opportunity out there where you don't have to chase. But it is a good stock, and it is going quite well. EXK breaking out of its little falling wedge pattern. That one looks good. On the dailies, got a little wick at the top there. Still looks pretty good. And then Fortuna Silver Mines looks good too. We've broken out of its descending wedge pattern inside of a very large, bigger pattern. Silj, very similar to the other ones. This is a double booty bottom with a little bit of a head we had a head fake. We hit our head on resistance and came back down, and we'll probably come on up. We'll break through it. Everyone will be happy that they owned SILJ. It still has some ways to go to work and get up there. So it's not going to be immediate. VanEck Gold Miners ETF doing quite well. Quite a good day today. Good strong finish. Big picture view. This thing looks fantastic, guys. It's breaking out. It looks really good. MMNGF, it wanted to add to the party or have some fun itself. Up 6.4% right at resistance. That one's looking good from a long-term perspective for a very patient investor. Usually finding value is pretty patient, so I usually add in a little bit. Here's your double booty bottom, the break, and then the sideways movement before next move higher. Koya Resources, one that I like to go over. It is very low. It's more of a value play. Well, exploration value, I guess. It's just down. Put it that way. It's down a lot. I wouldn't call it a value play, but it's broken its downtrend. It's trying to move on higher. We've got a little bit of resistance here. If we break through that, I would consider it to be in a new uptrend. Discovery Silver, another silver exploration play. I've got the arrow pointing up. It did go up today, 2%. That's based off of these days here of these bullish piercing and engulfing patterns. So usually when you get those showing up, the stock wants to run to the upside. And that's what it's doing. First Majestic Silver, nice little update today, 2.37%, still trucking higher. Newmont's in full breakout cheetah mode. So we've broken out of the long-term, and I mean long-term resistance line. This thing goes back to 1978 or 87. Can't remember which one it is. That was the first. 78 was here, 87's where it hit up here. And that was our first move higher. It consolidated that entire time, and now we're in full breakout mode. The cheetah's been released. It's been moving higher. Looks fantastic. I don't know if I'd be chasing it, guys. I'm not a chaser. I would have bought it before the move. And you have all these opportunities to buy before the breakouts. Like Mag Silvers, this thing's breaking out. This thing looks fantastic. That's sitting on top of a large pattern as well. You're probably going to see a big move out of it. Yamana Gold's also in a breakout mode. I like the breakout modes, and it's just been rocketing higher. Why not, right? Would I be a buyer up here, guys? Man, it's a difficult question because I don't like chasing things. And this has had a pretty good run from about $4 where you should have entered, and it's at $5.37. That's sucked out a lot of movement. Impact Silver. This one is an interesting play. We're starting to move higher. Got a little bit of resistance where that box was. And we're coming on up. And I think if we break this like 80-something cent level, we are going to be in happy land. And you could almost say that this, it's a weird, a little different looking pattern here. Different looking pattern. AAGFF, this could be a double booty bottom. I'm looking at it in a non-logarithmic. We would be buying it right here, very low. This is not, and we got a bullish piercing. We've got some bigger buying candlestick pressures up here. This does carry more risk. I wouldn't be loading to the gills with it, but sprinkle here and there on it. I think now's the time, in my opinion, where I would do it. That is not advice. You guys are going to have to do your own research. This is in a area where things could get nationalized. I think it's Peru. So, but it's got the good pattern. There was a double booty bottom pattern there. It broke out, but it is down quite a bit. We'll see what happens there. This one also, Arcana Silver Corp, has that kind of double booty bottom as well. It's right at this support down here. Let me draw a little bit of what the heck happened there, guys? I did not hit my thing. I don't know what happened there. All right, so we're going to draw this kind of over here. And I see this a lot. The only thing I wish it had was a bigger up move and a slower pullback. But it still might be valid. That line's down there a little ways. We're still above it. Still looks okay. Now, Platinum Group Metals, this guy, I did buy I'm going to call it, guys. I did buy it down in this corner here. Very lucky, yes. but I did buy it in the corner of this pattern. Logarithmic, it looks a little bit nicer, but I'm just looking at non-logarithmic. If I zoom out a little bit and look at this, this is a double booty bottom, guys. And I bought it right at the bottom of the booty. It's a half cheek, so to speak, on this right side. It's a half right cheek double bottom booty. But it looks like it's coming up. And I would still think you've got a lot of room before it hits up here. This is where we're going to hit some resistance, perhaps. Sometimes it blows right through it like a hot sword through butter, but it's looking good. And I did add this to the donations portfolio. I'll go over the donations portfolio later. This one, some people wanted me to look at it. Siboney Stillwater Limited. This one here, what I would be looking for is kind of a break of basically what it's doing now. It is breaking this resistance line through here. It's only 2 hits, but it's still cutting through it, where we're getting some basically new all-time highs. So that one's looking good. Let's go to the royalty mix. The royalty mix, this is Sandstorm Gold. And I don't know why I drew this line in there. Where I would really draw it is basically somewhere in this range in here. We've got a lot of movement all around it, but we're breaking out of here. It's looking strong. I bought in here, guys. I put it, I think I have this in the donate. No, I don't have this one donations portfolio, but I have in my portfolio. That's where I added, and it's moving on higher. It looks good. And I don't know if I'd be chasing. I'm not a chaser, guys. Oh, look at this. Franco-Nevada breaking out. We've got breaking news on a breakout with Franco-Nevada. Sorry, I had to do that. Looks like it's breaking out. This is a big old guy. Maybe we get a little bloody nose. We'll see. Bloody nose is a big, tall green candlestick with a small little down day right on the support line. But again, guys, looks good. And girls. EMX coming on down. We're breaking this downtrend. That one looks good too. It's probably going to run soon. And remember, guys, this is not 100% probabilities. We're still playing with probabilities. But with gold moving higher, I tend to look at these things like they're going to break to the upside. We're still at the resistance line for Teuton Resources. This guy's getting a nice long rest before the long distance travel upward. Wheat and precious metals, this guy still looks good. Broken to the upside, looking nice and strong, finishing strong, is strong. Gold royalty, suffering a major hemorrhage. It's hemorrhaging. What's going on, guys? I still own it, unfortunately. I mean, I guess. They bought out Ely Gold, and I just held on to my shares. I'm still going to hold on to it. Not too sure what's going on there. Metallo royalty breaking to the upside. A little bit of a wick at the top, but still, you might see a little bit of a return move. I would be a buyer of that return move. It looks like this thing wants to head on higher right here at this long-term support on a logarithmic. Mavericks Metals, this guy's moving on higher. Looks good, looks strong. Broken downtrend line. Royal Gold, RGLD, moving higher still. Looking a little bit overextended. Whenever you get these big moves, I don't like to chase them. I like to buy things when they're down. And then our Cisco Gold Royalty continuing its strength to the upside, another 2.15% on this break. It also has a break of a long-term resistance line. This is where I would, be doing a little bit of perchy. And what I purchased this one in the donations portfolio. So if you want to follow what I'm doing, check out the donations portfolio for finding value. And people donate to the channel. I purchase things. I did purchase some gold and silver companies in that portfolio. EXK, AG, Cisco Gold Royalty, Wheat and Precious Metals. There's probably one or two more that I can't think of right at the moment. Fortuna Silver Mines, maybe one more. But those are the ones that I bought. They're more mid-cap type style. I think they offer very good risk-reward profiles. So it's not all risk, but they have enough, we'll call it juice worth the squeeze, to be squeezing them and getting a good leverage move out of it. If you guys like the analysis, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and thank you for listening. This is Finding Value.